Hello everyone and happy Tuesday. So this is the color that I'm super excited about, Rose Doré. It looks like there's a little accent on the end of the E, or Rose Dorado. It also says on it from Windsor and Newton. I went with my mom to Dick Blick the other day and I got these 4 colors, which I think really I've been playing with them. They work nicely together. A transparent gold deep, a very overt olive, my glasses are not on, and a cadmium red. And I've got a size 4 Princeton Neptune, and I kind of actually liked using this one. It's soft, so it's giving me the nice petals that I like. And then this is a Squirrel number 6, a brand I don't recognize, but I think I bought it with some birthday money. So let's just I wanted to make some roses. The kind of roses that everybody does with the little, start with a couple. You can either start with little squiggles, you do C strokes around. And you want to leave a good amount of white space in there. Otherwise it looks funky. And you want a pretty watery brush when you start. And as you're going to continue to do C strokes. And as you go around, add a little more water. That's a little pink for my liking, but I should have started a little lighter, but we'll do another one. We're gonna go around, and you want these C strokes to get bigger as you come around. And I also like to kind of fluff out the edges of the petals there, because, oops, sorry, that was too much pigment. You want to start with a real watered down version. All right, let's see. I'm going to do maybe 3 more around here. And this, I'm going to kind of go in here. That's actually more like 2 petals. And then I'm going to do a few I like to keep this not taped down when I do these so that I can actually physically turn. And you're gonna do C strokes around here. Let's see, that looks a little boxy. And the hard thing for me is getting this kind of not off kilter shape wise as you get out towards the end. I'm gonna go like this. I could end up with a humongous rose, but I'm gonna do not a lot of the outer petals showing on this one. Maybe that. And I really do try to ruffle them a bit. There we go. Maybe a little, oop. Okay, so now we've got the basis of, the whole shape of my rose put in. So you don't have to clean your brush since I'm working in one color. And then wipe your brush and pick up pigment with less water on it. And you just start in the middle. Hopefully, it's very, very warm today. So things are drying very quickly, but you can see how pretty that the color runs out. Now see, that one was much drier. Let's see, let me kind of wet that a little more. Okay. I don't know why that one was so darn dry and weird. I might go mess with that a little more. And then we're just gonna drop in, maybe add a little more water to what I'm dropping in. And the way that's moving. I'm gonna pull this out with my brush because it's not, let's see, this one still is. So you just come along the edge that's towards the inside. Now this one, I don't know what happened, how I did, oh, such a dry, but I wiped my brush off a bit and I'm just kind of tickling the edge there to bring that out. So there's one. And now on this, I feel like if you feel like you put too much color in there, you can always dry your brush off. And then here too, I'm not really liking the edge of that, is a little, there. This one, if the edge is too hard, you can always run along it with your brush, not a super wet brush. And this one too. I don't, you know, the weather, the heat can affect how fast your paper dries and how much your colors run or don't run. So let's see, I kind of want to darken this, but I don't. Let's see if that's gonna run at all. And I'm gonna fill in a little bit in here with the pink. All right, so I'm gonna leave that because I could mess around with it. Let's try this again. I feel like I zigzagged it too much on there and it's not as flowy as I would like it. So let's get back in here with a pretty wet color combination and get some nice C strokes around here. I'm messing with it, and you kind of want, these C strokes kind of like a brick wall to kind of go in between, like where the space is, the other stroke goes. Boy, my brain is not working today. Sorry, I've been dealing all day with my barn cats. We have barn kittens, and we have Foster who came to pick them up. One of them has an eye infection, and I've just been going all day. And I've been trying all day long to do a nice video on, now see, I have way too much color on there. So let's try that again. As you get out further from the center of the rose, you are going to make your C strokes bigger. And they are C strokes, but I also like to have a little bit of ruffly, ruffly edges like a rose looks. This should maybe come down a little more. And let's see, we're gonna come around here with a nice, there's a little C stroke. And I'm gonna do even a little more pale. We're gonna do a C stroke in here, but I don't want it to be completely, I wanna kind of touch in here when I go around with my petals. And we're gonna do another one here. And there we go. And another one here. I'm gonna put my hand in there. Let's see. Have this one kind of narrow in a little bit. I'm gonna narrow in here a little bit. And one more. And this is just, you're just gonna wanna take your brush and practice. It's not, you know, there's a certain formula that everyone seems to use to make these roses, but you're also, it's like your signature. You're gonna end up with your own little, your squiggles are gonna look different. I'm gonna do my other one right here, a little C stroke there, and maybe a little half petal in here. I find when I have the hardest time towards the outside of the rose, but I'm actually kind of liking that, the way that it's looking now. We're gonna take and wipe off the water from your brush so that you're using more pigment and less water when you go back in here along, and you're just touching along the part of the petal that is most towards the center of the flower, not the outside part of the petal, but the inside part of the petal. And you're just gonna drop in little bits of pigment. Oh, I like that. Drop a little more there and try to get this in here before it dries, because it's 88 degrees here or whatever it is. Okay, let's see. Good, there's still a little bit of movement there. And just kind of touching in there. Let me get a little more pigment for this last one. There, that's got a nice movement to it right now. So on these areas that aren't moving very much, I rinse and dry my brush, and then just kind of, you know, if you're not liking the way that's looking, kind of tickle that with your brush so you don't, kind of help it move a little bit. But there, yeah, that's, oh, and I don't like this little piece there. Here too, kind of pull that up a little bit, and there we go. Oh, and this one too, my goodness. Some of them didn't run at all, and I don't understand. I thought I was, you know, must have been just way less water that I used when I dropped that one in. But there we go. And on some of them that are still, some of them are still moving, I used more water. I'm gonna drop even a little more color in, because it's gonna move a little bit. There we go. And I do it generally much darker towards the center, where the petals are more dense and there is less light in there. And if I feel like I have too much white space in there, you can kind of go in and move those around. I mean, with watercolor generally, when you're doing loose florals, it's best to do it and forget it. Let it do its thing. But goodness, on a hot day, the stuff's just not moving like I would like it to. That's okay. I'm not unhappy with these roses. So there are a couple roses with this beautiful, not cadmium red, Rose Dorado. I'm gonna say that because I know how to say Dorado, and that I'm saying it right. And let's go in with a little, I've got the olive green. I thought this green looked really nice with these roses. And I'm just gonna, let's see. I'm just gonna go like this. Basic rose, and then here, you know what I want to do? Same thing as I did with the rose, where you go in with a watery mixture, and usually, you know, you've got these 5 petaled roses, you know, that 5 leaves kind of clumped together. There we go. I'll even deepen it in there. And let's see, we'll do one. I did a little too much pigment there. I wanted to do it light and drop in pigment, but you know what? Sometimes we'll have another one here and just drop in a little bit of the same color, just darker value. And here, you can, same as the roses, kind of draw this down here, because this too, gotta tell you, when it's hot and you have your windows open, the color doesn't move the same, but there we go. I'm just gonna leave that. And let's see, don't want to go out of the same area there. Here we're gonna go like this. And let's line up the center with even a few little, oop, I want those to touch, those to touch. There we go. So that's it. Those are my two fun little simple rose vignettes showcasing this new color. I will put a link in the description below if you to Amazon with that color. If you like it, give it a try and let me know how you like it. Thank you for joining me and have a great day.